What's up, Cancer, with your September love general reading. This is for the lovely sign of Cancer, Cancerians, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general love reading and may not resonate with every Cancer out there. So guys, this is a general. As always in a general, roles can be reversed, energies can be reversed, and cross watchers, this very well may play out from your perspective. So please just apply it how it fits, and if it's not for you, it's not for you. Spirit, tell me about Cancer for the month of September, or when the video finds its viewer. What is the energy and love surrounding Cancer? What do we need to know for their highest good and clarity? What do we need to know? Cancer, please. The Lovers reverse. Full reverse. 10 of Cups. King of Swords reverse. Queen of Wands. The Emperor in reverse. 4 of Cups reverse. Hermit reverse. 3 of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Ooh, 4 of Wands. Temperance in reverse. And Judgment. Okay. Wow. Yeah, definitely some sort of reinvention here. You guys are taking care of yourself with the Queen of Pentacles. This is Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Gemini energy here. But I feel like right now you guys are just really being very practical. You're nurturing the people around you, your loved ones, your friends, your family. You're going after financial success. You're just really trying to make sure that all areas of your life are covered. I love the Queen of Pentacles because it's like she's almost like the Empress in a way, where she's very down to earth. She's a very practical, very loving person. And I feel like this wasn't something that you just stepped into. I feel like you guys definitely had some sort of emotional loss. There was some disappointment in your life. There was definitely someone who you were connecting with energetically that wasn't balanced. There was definitely a lot of disharmony here. But I feel like you're overcoming. I feel like you're nurturing yourself. You got yourself back to where you need to be. At one point you were focusing more so on this connection that just wasn't successful. And see, I feel like she's facing this person with her pentacles, so she's realizing to love on herself, love on his or herself. And that's the beautiful thing, because it's like you're giving yourself your own sense of closure, your own sense of healing. And I feel like, you're just being very realistic in your approach and realizing that you can't change everyone. You can't make people be people who they are not intended to be. You can't make people change. And the only person that you can change is yourself. So change always starts from within. Clarify the Lovers in reverse, please. Why is this here? Tell me about Cancer. Yeah, it could have been with, we have Scorpio energy, but there was just something that grew stagnant, something that, someone wasn't changing. This is someone who was in and out. They just didn't want to change their own ways. They were unawoken. This is also fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but there was definitely someone who, could have been holding on to another situation that was way past its expiration date, or someone who just was afraid of changing, or you were waiting for them to change, but they just proved time and time again that, they are not as, aware, or they're not on the same page as you. Okay. So I definitely feel like you've given yourself this closure that you needed. You're healing yourself. Okay. And I feel like right now you're focusing on your dreams coming true. With the Fool in reverse, you're not allowing anyone to take advantage of you again. You're not going to be naive again. I feel like you're not going to be as reckless. I feel like right now what you are seeking is inner happiness, fulfillment. You just want to be happy. You just want your dreams to come true. And I feel like with the King of Swords here, you're not waiting for someone who is not as emotionally stable as you. You're not waiting for them to change. It's like you're clear on this person. You're clear that this person is weak. They're weak-minded. They're not as strong as you. This is also Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. They're not awoken. Like you guys are awoken. This person is not. Who is this King of Swords? Please tell me about this king. Yeah, Judgment. I have Judgment here, but this is, someone I feel like you made a judgment call to disconnect from. You realize that this is someone who needs to go through an awakening, needs to make better choices in their life. And I feel like you do look back on this sometimes this situation, and I feel like you reflect on this, but now I feel like it's really just made your eyes open to making further and better judgments in your life, not allowing people to just come into your life until they prove it. Okay. Ooh, it's storming outside. Okay. So this person that you're connecting with, their energy, we do have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, specifically Aries energy here. I feel like this person, you have detached from this person. Okay. You have found courage to walk away with the Queen of Wands here. You have become independent from this person. You found your confidence to walk away. And this person feels detached from you. Okay. I also feel like this person is not very happy. I also feel like this person is, by you walking away, they have become aware. There's a sudden awareness here. And I feel like this person is trying to accept the situation for what it is, but I feel like they know that their happiness lied with you. So it took walking away from this person for their eyes to open to the truth of everything that you had. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very desirable, someone who's very courageous, very business oriented, very, very successful. So I feel like this person now sees your true worth, but what it took was you walking away. Okay. But I don't feel like you care. I feel like you've healed yourself and you're gone through a reinvention. You're not the same person that you were, and you have raised your self-worth, and this person is not as awoken as you. Okay. Who is this Emperor, please? Tell me about this person. Who is this Emperor, please? Yeah, this was someone who was just manipulative, or someone who never came through with their promises. This is someone who may have promised you the world and, took you to Taco Bell or something. I don't know. But this is someone who just was not very honest with you. But I feel like it's okay. For some of you, it had nothing to do with honesty. It could just be that this is someone who is immature and, wants to focus more so on their happiness and isn't ready for a relationship. You're coming up as the Queen of Wands, so you might be more determined or know what you want, and this person may be more immature than you or not ready for a serious relationship as you. Okay. But I feel like it's okay. I feel like you guys are going in a different direction, and this will allow you to bring love into your life. Okay. External influences, we have the Hermit in reverse. So I feel like this person, in a sense, would isolate themselves from you or pull back from you. And I feel like you guys felt lonely. You feel like you maybe were holding on to this person because you felt lonely. But I feel like you're starting to see that there are other fish in the sea. Clarify the Hermit, please. Also Virgo energy. Yeah, you're seeing past the illusions. There's someone here that you may have painted to be or viewed in a different way, and there could have been a lot of illusions here, and it's like you're now starting to see that maybe you were over fantasizing this connection or putting it on a higher place of value than what it truly was. Okay. Obstacles, we have Three of Pentacles. So I definitely feel like this is someone who, you guys could have been connecting with someone who is very busy or someone who's trying to make a name for themselves, trying to build something. Threes can always mean that they want to connect with other energies. There could be third influences, is not always another person. Clarify Three of Pentacles, please. Yeah, you guys, this is someone who has a lot to carry, a lot of weight to carry. Someone has a lot of responsibilities or has a lot of burdens and maybe doesn't want to put this on you. So I feel like this is someone who may have been detached at times, but this is someone who couldn't give you what you wanted. Because I feel like you guys wanted more than they could give. Okay. How this person feels about you, we have Page of Swords, so more air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This person still thinks of you. You still take mental energy from this person. This person's still curious about you. But I feel like this person is coming up as a Page of Swords. It's like they're not a woman enough or man enough to come towards you, or they don't want what you want at this moment in time. Clarify Page of Swords. Yeah, see, I feel like this person feels that you wanted more energy, more time than they could give. And I feel like this person wasn't ready for it. It's like there was not a matchup there. You're a queen and they're a page. So I feel like this person wasn't ready or wasn't seeking what you wanted at this moment in time. Clarify the Queen, please. Yeah. And I feel like although it seemed, like a harsh reality, although there's definitely a disharmony, a disconnection, some of your dreams may have been shattered or realize this person wasn't going to give you what you wanted. This is definitely someone who I feel like couldn't give you what you wanted. There's other things that they're focusing on, okay? What's coming towards you? We do have celebrations. So, getting ready for the holiday season. You guys can be doing a lot of partying coming up. But I feel like you guys are going to rely on your family, on your friends, on your community. Okay. You're going to be getting over this person slowly but surely. I feel like most of you have. You're going to be partying, having fun with your family. With the Temperance and Reverse, this was just something that was not a balanced connection. Okay, I don't feel like the connection was balanced, and I feel like you're starting to realize this. Your judgment is starting to change, and I feel like you're starting to reinvent the way you're thinking, and that's a beautiful thing. You're not always on the same page as someone, or sometimes you can misconstrue their words or misconstrue what it is that they want versus what it is that you want, and that's why it's important to really get to know someone and listen to what they want versus what you want and make sure that they're on the same page. If someone's telling you that, perhaps they're not ready for a relationship and they're telling you that, it's because they're being genuine and they're telling you what they want. But if you want a relationship and you're proceeding with someone who's telling you that they're not ready for it, you're putting yourself at risk to get hurt. So you just got to make sure that you're always on the same page with someone. If someone's telling you that they want to be friends with benefits and you're not looking for a relationship and you're okay with being friends with benefits, that's okay. But 9 times out of 10, someone's going to develop feelings, okay? It's impossible to just be, I would say it's very rare that people can just be friends with benefits, especially feminine energy, and not develop feelings for men. So that's just why you have to, protect yourself. I've been there. Everyone's been there. If I don't want to get connected to someone, well, I'm not going to hook up with them. So you just got to make sure that you take people's word for what it truly is, their word, and always get to know someone before proceeding. Okay. The Temperance, please. You have the Star. So you guys are going to go towards wish fulfillment. There's hope. There's faith coming your way. You're going to be rejuvenated. Okay. You're going to be rejuvenated. And I feel like you're going to go towards something better. With a Star, you have something better coming in, something coming towards you that's better. Okay. Angels, what message do you have for Cancer? Message for Cancer, please. Ooh. It says judgment. Finding yourself being judged by others indicates court, lawyers, lawsuits, illusions. May indicate an angry woman or man. Are you judging others? Drop your judgment attitude. Life will be easier. So take this how you want to take this. We ended with judgment, so I'm taking this as the judgment for tarot. So I feel like right now you guys are reflecting on a situation, and I feel like you're going through an awakening and you're realizing that you're going to start making different choices. You're going to start seeing things more clearly. You're going to make better decisions, better judgments. And I feel like how you judge others, how you see people, how you want others to perceive you, that's definitely going to be heavily influenced going forward, okay? Making better life choices. What else do you have for Cancer? It says temptation. At this time, you may have been tempted to take a risk or spend money you cannot afford, or you may become attracted to a person who is married or committed. Avoid temptation at this time. Okay, but also, there's this chunk of meat and this trap around it. So sometimes things seem too good to be true. So if something is tempting you or you feel it's not right, use your judgment, okay? You don't want to put yourself in harm's way. You don't want to get yourself hurt. Keep going forward in your growth and your expansion and your reinvention process, and always make sure you put yourself worth first, okay? Put yourself first. Angels, what messages do you have for Cancer, please? Okay, it says call in your soulmate. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you will be. You know, I see with the 4 wands here, you guys have stability and happiness coming your way, but you have to let go of control issues and realize this is going to happen on divine timing when it's right. Okay, but you have to love yourself first. You have to realize your self-worth. And I always tell this to people, especially my personal clients, is that if you want love and you're not realizing, you're finding that you're going into dead ends or you're not finding love, stop looking for love. Love will find you when you love yourself. Okay. It's all about how you feel. You got to get right with yourself. If you're not finding love or finding that you're reaching dead ends, it's a behavior pattern that you need to change. Because sometimes love finds you when you're least looking for it. So how do you find love? Well, take care of yourself, nurture yourself, work out, eat healthy, go out with friends, focus on your career, be happy, be in a good position, because you're going to exude that into the universe, and that energy is going to magnate back towards you, and you're going to find the one that you seek. Okay. But you have to let go of control issues and love yourself first. Okay. What other messages do you have for Cancer? I mean, sometimes I shouldn't say that. I know an old coworker, she met her boyfriend of a few years on Tinder. So they met on a Tinder hookup, and, you know, years later, they're together. All right, so here we go. Spend some quality time together. It is imperative that we spend quality time with those who we are in significant relationships with, listening and talking to each other. So I also feel like getting to know each other in the early stages, when you first get to talking to someone, getting to know them, make sure you're on the same page. If you're not, on to the next one. Okay. It is what it is. So Cancer, I'm going to leave it here. I wish you guys love and light, and I will talk with you later. Take care. Bye.